Once upon a time, there was a girl. She grew up with people who hated her. They called her names, pushed her around, and dehumanized her. They told her she was valueless. Eventually, she lost value in herself. But then, something changed for the better. Her family moved to a small town south of Portland, where she knew no one at all. She had a brand new slate. People were drawn to her energy and her optimism. She joined the cross-country team, where her new friends and peers supported her. She worked hard for 3 years and eventually won her first race. But that's not all. She continued to sing and started to act, finding new ways of expressing herself. Not just her family, but her friends, who liked her for who she was, encouraged her. She felt loved. Finally, her parents knew her friends knew her parents, and as much as she hated telling them where she was going, who she was going to be with, and when she'd be home, she knew her parents were protecting her. They led her away from bad influences and kept her from trouble. But she had some troubles of her own. She wanted to go to college for her music, but she had to pay for it, and finding a job in a small town was hard. She applied to so many different places, but with no luck. One day, though, she got a call from a lady she knew, who knew another lady who needed a nanny. And she got the job. Her mom even let her use the car, but her troubles didn't stop there. She decided from a young age she didn't want to have kids, and she faced scrutiny. People thought she was being selfish because she would rather focus on her career than having a family, which isn't very common in society where women are expected to raise children and care for the home. She didn't let that stop her, though. She grew into a young woman who knew what she wanted and was going to work hard enough to get it. This girl had 3 values she lived by. She believed in justice to herself, which meant sometimes making decisions based on what's best for her. She always puts others before herself, but she learned through time and experience that she couldn't always ignore her own needs. She also believed in humility. As a young girl, she had always been told what a beautiful voice she had, but she was too embarrassed and too ashamed to accept anyone's compliments. As she grew older, she began to love herself even more and could accept the compliments given to her. Lastly, she believed in courage. The courage to chase her dreams, face her fears, and challenge the status quo. She never lost her belief in courage. Since a very young age, she dreamed big dreams. Her family taught her it was okay to mess up, to be silly, and to reach as high as you can. And she never stopped reaching. Because she believed in these things, and in her family, her friends, and her future, she was able to pull through the bad times and bask in the good times. She had a heart big enough for thousands, and dreams to match. How do I know? Because she is me.